Good morning, you guys. We're doing a 10-minute Tuesday today, and today's exercise with Mischa here is going to be on instruments. So, I've got a new rig here, testing it out today, and I'm going to be doing some instrument flying for the first time with Mischa here. And so I'm going to take control, Mischa, and I want you to put that hood on. Most people like to put it underneath their headset, so you might want to pop your headset off. Good. You can put it just a little higher. So the idea is that you want to be able to see the instruments, but not be able to see anything else. So you want to see right in this area here, but ideally not be able to see anything else. So how does that positioning there? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go over this together here. I'm going to start giving you the control. It's a little bit windy today, so this will be fun as your first test on this. But this is kind of our main instrument right here when you're doing instrument flying, all right? So we've got our artificial horizon, and so this is telling us if we're banking to the right or left. So you can see that arrow right there is pointing at the first line. First line is 10 degrees, every line is 10 degrees. So that's a 10-degree bank to the right, and then that's level right there when those two arrows touch each other. And then that's a 10-degree bank to the left. Now when you're doing instrument flying, you rarely want to do more than about a 10-degree bank, so something like this. Getting a little high because we're just getting to the base of these clouds, so I'm going to help you go down a little bit. All right, and then on the left side here on this ribbon, we've got our airspeed. So you can see we're doing about 97 knots right now. And then on the right-hand side, we've got our altitude, and we're about 1,000 feet right now. So I think if we were to go closer to 900 feet, that might be better as far as altitude for the clouds go. All right, so what we're going to try and do, I'm flying with you still at this point, but I'm going to start giving you over the controls in a second here. We're going to try and level the helicopter out at 900 feet and at 80 knots. So we're going to slow down a little bit. Now when we adjust airspeed, we want to adjust it with our cyclic, okay? So I'm going to slow down a little bit with my cyclic, and then I'm going to use my collective, my left hand, to adjust my altitude. So you can see we're a little bit high there on the altitude. And so I'm going to bring my left hand down, the collective hand down a little bit. I'm going to bring that down. There's 930. We'll get it right down at 900 feet. There's 72 knots. We wanted 80. So I'm going to speed up a little bit here. Now we're going to start what's called our scan. They usually call it a T scan, but in this scenario we don't really have a T. So we're just going to be kind of scanning across. We always have backup instruments as well. So this is the backup for the airspeed. This is the backup for the altitude if we need it. And so there, I'm going to be working on 80 knots and 900 feet, okay? So I'm still off a little bit. I'm talking too much and not focusing enough. So I'm going to keep flying with you for a moment. And this, I didn't tell you about this. This one is calibrated. We got to still calibrate this, but this is normally level with the horizon. On this one, level is pretty close to 10 degrees low. So just kind of be aware of that. But I'm going to start talking my way through what I'm looking at, and I want you to sort of focus in on where my eyes are going, okay? So my airspeed is a little slow, or sorry, we wanted 80 knots, it's a little fast. I'm going to slow down just a tiny bit. I'm nice and level, and I'm too low, so I'm going to raise a little bit of collective back over to my speed. So I'm just about right on my speed, about 81 knots, slow down a little bit. I'm nice and level, and I am a little bit low still, so I still want to be climbing, okay? I'm going to add a third one in the mix. I'm going to add this one here, and I want to get a specific heading. So we're almost on west. Let's turn to a heading of west. So just a little bit of a right turn. Okay, there's a heading of west right now. And I want to hold a heading of west as well, okay? So now I'm holding 80 knots. They're pretty much at 80. We're at 830 feet, so we're coming up now, getting closer to 900, and I'm a little bit off my west, so I'm going to get back to west there. All right, so I'm going to slow down a little bit, and I'm going to still climb a little bit, and I'm going to get back to my west. Okay, so there's 80, there's 900 feet. I'm going to lower my collective a little bit, and I'm still wanting to hold my west, so a little bit off to the left. There we go. So I'm at 81 knots, 920 feet, my heading out west. So now things are starting to get going. I'm 83 knots, I'm slowing down a little bit. Still 910, so I'm going to go a little bit down, and there's my heading out west. Looking good. And I'm 78 knots, so I'm speeding up a little bit. Still 920 feet. I'm going to bring that down 20 feet. There's 900 feet. Excellent. And back to my heading west, just a couple degrees off. Okay, so I'm about 2 knots fast, 82 knots. I'm going to slow down a little bit, and I'm a little bit low there. I'm about 30 feet low, so I'm going to come back up again and back to my heading west. I seem to be drifting a little bit to the right on a regular basis, so I've got to keep an adjustment on that. And I'm 80 knots, and I'm a little bit low, so I'm going to raise that collective a little bit, and there's my heading west again. And there's 81 knots, and I'm still a little bit low, so coming up a little bit on my collective. I'm still on west, so now I'm getting a little more stable on my west, so that's good. I want the cycling all nice and trimmed out. I'm a little fast, I'm about 3 knots fast, slow down a little bit, and I'm about 40 feet too low, so I'm raising collective a little more. Okay, there's my heading west, there's 80 knots, there's 900 feet, and west. So 81 knots, 900 feet, and heading west. 84, so I gotta slow down a little bit. I gotta go up 20 feet, heading west. So you can see how my eyes are scanning constantly, right? Every 1 second, I'm never dwelling on an instrument for more than 1 second. Every 1 second, I'm going on to the next one. So I look at it, make a slight adjustment, I go on to the next one. Look at it, make a slight adjustment, go on to the next one. So there's 80, there's 910, and there's my west. And I'm just gonna keep adjusting, keep adjusting, keep adjusting, keep adjusting, okay? Now when we want to do a turn, traffic is all clear to the right. I'll be looking for traffic for you today. We want to bank into about a 10-degree bank, so there's about 10 degrees. We want to maintain our speed, so there's 80 knots we're looking for, 900 feet. And we want to turn at approximately 10 degrees to keep it nice and gentle, nice and coordinated. And I'm going to turn all the way to a heading of north, okay? So there's my 80 knots. I'm basically at 900 feet, I'm about 10 feet low, and I'm getting close to north. When I get about 10 degrees away from north, I'm going to start leveling out, okay? So there's 10 degrees away, there's my leveling out. I still want 80 knots, and I still want 900 feet, so I'm a little bit low, and there's my heading of north, okay? I'm a little bit fast, I'm going to slow down a little bit, and I'm a little bit low, actually, and I'm going to hold my heading of north. Okay, so slowing down to 80, and just about at 900 feet again, there's my heading of north. All right, I'm going to give you control here.
Okay, control.
And we've got a cloud ceiling enough, actually. Let's climb up to 1,000. So collective's coming up a little bit. We're coming up to a built-up area. I want to make sure we're 1,000 feet over the built-up area. Okay, there's 1,000 feet now. All right, now we're going to hold 80 knots, so you have control.
Control.
And holding 80 knots, 1,000 feet, heading of north. And I'll do a radio call here for us.
Maple Ridge traffic helicopter, Cabri G2, Golf Uniform Tango Echo. Currently 1,000 feet over top of Maple Ridge, headed northbound.
How does it feel?
Feels concentrated.
Concentrated. It's a very intense exercise. You're constantly scanning, scanning, scanning. And if you find that you're getting a little bit out, I think what's going to end up happening is you're dwelling too long on one instrument. So just keep reminding yourself. Go from here to here to here, from here to here to here, and just keep scanning through and through and through and through. Because as soon as you dwell too long on one instrument, all the rest are going to go rough on you. So you can see you're drifting off your north there a little bit. Okay, we're all clear on the left here. So I want to turn left to a heading of 300 degrees. So a 10 degree bank to the left here. There you go. Holding 80 knots, holding your 1,000 feet. Watch your nose up there. Hold your 80 knots. Hold your 1,000 feet. Nice and gentle. That's a 30 degree bank. So shallow out that bank. We're already past 300 degrees. There's west. So nice and gentle. Only 10 degrees is the most we want to be turning. There's 10, there's 300, you already kind of blew past it a little bit again, so nice and level. You always want to go really gentle on those turns. You don't want anything to rush and happen too quickly when you're flying on instruments. All right, so leveling back out to 80 knots, 1,000 feet, and a heading of 300 degrees.
Pit practice area, traffic helicopter Cabri G2, Golf Uniform Tango Echo, just entering the practice area from the southeast, and we're going to be transiting northwestbound at 1,000.
Excellent, you're doing really fantastic on this. So we're pretty much holding bang on 80. Holding almost, we're about 20 feet high on our altitude. That's really good. Holding our 300. I'm very impressed for the first time being on instruments. Very good, well done. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, always give it a thumbs up. Share it with somebody who would maybe find that interesting if they're starting to get into instrument flying. And we'll talk to you guys on Thursday.